Hey everybody, it's Moonhorse again. Coming in just before this video with a little bit of information. We're talking about the University of Utah healthcare program. A friend of mine is not doing well and needs you guys, if you can, to look into this program, donate if you can, help out if you can. They're looking for, donations, people who can do live kidney transplants, the whole thing. This is a very good cause, and it's very, very important. So if you guys have anything you can do to help, or any way that you can help at all, please do. It would mean a lot to me. It would mean a lot to everybody. It's not just me, it's about everybody. Everybody's in this together, so we should all put together to actually do something. Like, if you're interested, or you have any way that you can possibly get in touch with this, or if you're in the area and you can do something to help out, you can contact them at uofulivingdonor.org. Or you can contact them at the phone number 801-587-8816. If you're interested in helping my friend specifically, when you get through to somebody or you're talking to somebody, ask for Corinne C. Powell. That's who needs the help right now. It's this person who asked me to kind of help out, not just for her, but for everybody. So if you want to help out, you want to contribute to a good cause, you want to do something good, really help these people out. They could use it. Alright, so now on with the show. Welcome back to episode 2 of Moonhorse and Sango Watch Black Mirror. This is episode 2, 15 million Merrits.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
That's one way to say screwed up future.
Yeah, so the premise of this is, in some future, we're not entirely sure what the exact location is.
I mean, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Like, it could be anywhere.
Yeah, because you never see the outside. All you see is the inside of these buildings.
Yeah.
Which was done on purpose. It gives the whole place like a kind of claustrophobic feel.
Yeah, like you're enclosed in something, and that's your life.
Yeah. So, we're following the story of a guy named Bing Masterson.
Such a weird name.
Yeah, short for Bingham.
Bingham.
It's really cool. I like this guy.
Yeah. Great
So,
actor.
Yeah, I don't know the actor's name, but he's really, really good. So in the future, the middle class have to essentially ride stationary bikes. The only difference is the wheel that turns, the resistance wheel, is pretty much just a generator.
Yeah. Like, it powers the things that happen in the building.
Yeah, so like thousands upon thousands of people do this every single day. That's their job. And they earn merits. And they can spend merits on... basically, the best way I can describe their avatars is they kind of look like the avatars you would get from Xbox Live. Those weird kind of cartoony, chunky things.
It's kind of like mixing the Wii Me makers with the Xbox avatars.
Yeah.
Because it's like they're like squarish, kind of like the Mii's, but they're roundish and full bodied like the
the
first Xbox.
I thought about the Mii's, but Mii's are kind of like what is it? They kind of have that chibi art style to them, where they're like, oh, the big heads,
and the small bodies.
Well, these are more like the Xbox avatars, where they're kind of lanky.
Yeah, but I think like the way that they did it is like taking the Mii's and upgrading them to the Xbox.
Yeah, it's like trying to
avatars.
create a universal sense that everybody can kind of get it.
Well, what's really funny about it is like that's like your you.
Yeah, because everybody wears the same kind of exercise uniform.
Yeah, so like your avatar, that's you. You pick whatever outfit you want, spend merits on it.
Yeah.
And that's like, oh, that's me. But this is really me in the exercise outfit riding a bike.
Yeah, you communicate with these things. Your room is basically just all
giant
four walls.
Screens.
Yeah, all 4 walls are just giant screens. And
everything is like done with your hands.
Yeah, everything is all like motion controlled, and it's obviously like advanced technology, but the idea is that this kind of consumerism has overtaken the entire thing. So like, even if you don't want to watch you watch YouTube, you get YouTube ads. If you don't want to watch ads,
you could just skip them on YouTube. But
Yeah.
you have to spend merits as a penalty.
Yeah, it's
to
like
get rid of them.
Yeah, it's like 1,200 merits per ad skip. So, and you pay for everything. If you want toothpaste, you have to pay for that. If you want soap to wash your hands, you got to pay for that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, the entire thing is designed to eat away at people's money. There is a way to save, but it's very difficult. So
You have to keep riding the bike every day.
yeah,
However many hours you ride it. Include, if you don't count the breaks that they take to eat
yeah,
and boost their energy again, they basically ride these bikes every day for however many hours a day to be able to collect the merit money
yeah,
and be able to use it. So it's kind of like a vicious cycle of, well, I save my merits to spend merits.
yeah. So that's kind of the middle class. The lower class is anybody who's incapable of riding these bikes, anyone who's overweight.
They're yellow people.
Yeah, they
that
put them
clean
in
up
like
the place.
Yeah, they're putting like yellow custodian outfits. They're made mockery of.
They're basically insulted in like media, video games.
Yeah, they're like second class citizens.
Yeah, it's pretty sad.
Yeah, they exist purely for that. And the upper class are the people who own all the media streams.
Yeah, so like the judges that you meet in the hot shot thing.
Yeah, people own like the reality shows, the people who make programs. All of these people are like they don't have to pedal. They don't have to work the bikes. They
don't
just
have to do anything.
No, they just make a shitload of money. So there's a reality show in order for them to pool content, I guess, from just everybody who does this bike thing.
Yeah. That want to go up higher in their life other than just pedaling for the rest of their lives if they have the talent for it.
Yeah, but it costs the 15 million merits. I'm sorry.
15 million.
15 million merits, that's the name of the episode.
Yeah.
So you have to spend that to buy a ticket in order to even go on this show.
Well, when we find out that the girl that he likes...
Yeah, he meets a girl named
thought
Abby.
Was 12 million.
Yeah, she thought it was 12 because apparently she didn't know much about it, and he thinks she sings really well. He wants her to have like a chance at a better life.
So he was willing to put his merits towards giving her a ticket. Well, when he goes and buys his ticket, he finds out it's the 15.
Yeah, it's gone up.
And he's like, oh, shit. Well, I'm still going to do it anyways because I really think she has a shot.
Yeah, so he like really likes this girl. They kind of get a little close. They're basically like slightly more than friends at this point. Like he really likes her and thinks like, this is going to be great. I actually have a friend, someone I can talk to.
Yeah.
Something real. That's Bing's dream, is to find something real in this land of simulations. So
yeah, he wants something real out of the place where all you're doing is just riding a bike, getting up in the morning, riding a bike, getting up
where
in the morning.
everything is digital. He wants reality.
Yeah, he wants something real. He wants a person that's there.
So he has this. So he spends the merits, and they go to the reality show, and
there's so many people in that room waiting to get put on stage to show off their talents.
Yeah, and she gets chosen to go on stage and is a very good singer, but there are 3 judges, and each one of them represents a different stream. So one of them is like this kind of, I guess you would say like a TV executive, the guy.
Like he's a streamer, I think.
Yeah.
Like he streams reality TV.
Yeah. So he kind of it really feels like kind of an American Idol kind of thing. So he owns some kind of like media stream thing, and then there's a lady who owns another one, and then there's the third guy who owns like all the porn streams.
Yeah. Called Wraith.
Yeah. He's a big egomaniac, and like that comes in a lot. But the
girl becomes a really good singer.
Yeah.
But they mention how all they've had is singers.
Yeah.
And they're like, you could use that body.
Yeah, they want her to be on this
on the Wraith.
Now, before you go on stage, they make you drink this stuff, this compliance.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like a juice box, but it's like this. It's like some kind of like psychotropic drug that makes you like relaxed and more susceptible to suggestion.
Yeah, it's like complying to whatever they tell. Like,
Yeah.
oh, do you want to make this decision? And you just don't have a choice.
Yeah, so basically, she ends up getting pressured into, uh,
Being on the porn.
yeah, being on the adult streams, and Bing tries to stop her, but like security drags him out, and he never sees her again, except on these streams. And this is where shit like starts to get really weird.
Oh yeah, it's
So he is now like he goes into like this deep depression and gets really broke. Um, like
yeah, like he has like 800
yeah,
merits or whatever.
yeah, and like the what do you call it? So like an ad comes on where she's going to be on one of these streams, and he tries to skip it, but he doesn't have enough money. So then he tries to leave the room, but you can't leave your room while an ad is playing.
Which is odd, but
Yeah,
okay.
which immediately makes me wonder, like, what happens if this building catches on fire?
Yeah, right. It's like,
That's
how do you
scary.
get out?
Um,
And I think he's just so mad.
Yeah, he, like,
seeing her
loses
like
it.
that. He breaks the screen.
yeah, he like throws himself against the screen until it snaps, and like a bunch of the glass comes out.
And he finds this long piece of glass.
Yeah.
That's like it could fit on the palm of your hand, and it can cut and everything.
Yeah.
And then he decides, I'm gonna do something drastic.
Yeah, like
which-
you think he's gonna hurt himself, but then it's like he formulates this plan, and he spends. Well, okay. When you first goes with Abby they put like this star mark on your hand to be
it's
like,
like
oh,
2 months.
yeah, like yeah, you're the friend, so you get the mark because you don't have the golden ticket or whatever. Well,
Yeah,
you
you're just
watch
like
it.
a visitor.
Yeah, like you watch it fade over 2 months, and then it kind of goes away. So it's been over 2 months, and he scrapes and saves
15
million
merits.
and the whole time he's doing like this dance routine to kind of like get in.
Yeah, like this performance.
And he goes there, and he kept the crushed box of compliance that Abby had. So whenever they try to give it to him, he's like, I already have one. So he's not like drugged. And they're like, oh, are you gonna, or are you some kind of entertainer? He's like, yes, I'm an entertainer. And I was like, all right, well, do something. And he starts doing like this weird dance number, and then out of nowhere, he pulls this fucking glass. Yeah, and like puts it to his own throat, and the guy starts coming towards him, and he's like, this is a main artery. You take 2 steps closer, you kill me. Do you understand? Move the fuck back.
Yeah.
And the guy steps back, and they're like, what are you doing? And he's like, I'm not leaving until I had my say. No one's going to make me leave until I've had my say. So it's like...
Then he starts talking. He starts making a statement.
And it's like really eloquent and passionate and really beautiful. Or just like the whole system's fucked up. We wouldn't know reality if you put it in front of us because we're so sick and overwhelmed with things that are fake, with fake people and fake emotions and fake machines and fake designs.
And
None of it's real.
Yeah, fake everything, basically.
Yeah.
And then they get so passionate about it. The judges are, well, I don't know about Wraith, but...
My favorite line from that is he goes off on the judges at this point, and he gets really pissed, and he's like
fuck you!
Yeah, he's like, fuck you for taking the one thing that was true in my life, referring to Abby, and oozing around it and crushing it into a fucking bone, into a joke, into a kingdom of jokes. Fuck you for taking reality from me, from us, from all of us. Fuck you for ruining it. And it's just like... And he brings up a bunch of good questions, because you're never supposed to, question where they are. It's like all these people spend every day buying these fake fucking clothes for these fake avatars so they can spend all day pumping away on these bicycles. Powering what? Going where?
Yeah.
To do what?
Yeah.
And it's like, it's never
answered, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess that's the way to put it. And the judge, I think Judge Hope, that's what his name is. He's like, he would love for him to speak again. He's such passionate and all this stuff. They thought the glass thing is a gimmick.
Yeah.
Which I'm like, oh my God, what the hell? And he's like, I want you to be on my stream.
Yeah.
And do
and
this,
people are, the people just start shouting, like, do it. Yeah.
And then he's
he
not
does
drugged. He's just like, yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah, he gives into peer pressure, and it's just like, yeah. And... I guess the craziest part of the whole episode is, after all this planning, all this truth, all this laying shit out, nothing changed. He's just another fixture on their fucking streams that are just made of lies.
I think the one thing that I loved at the end is he's staring out And it's like, is that a window
Yeah.
of outside, or is that or is that just another screen?
Yeah, because a lot of the stars always talk about, like, as I get to see outside, I get to look outside. Because it's like, so you assume that these people are like underground or in some kind of facility they can't leave. So in the end, they do this great thing where it's like he's standing, and it looks like he's looking out of a several panel window over just like all these trees.
Yeah, with
and there's
birds
like,
flying through and all that kind of stuff.
We've also seen that the technology in this universe is so advanced that it can simulate that kind of shit. So is he
really looking outside, or is he just looking at a simulation?
Yeah, it's like, did you go up to the top of this building, or are you only one floor away from where you started?
Yeah. I'm hoping that he went more up top. Like, the people that are able to get out are up in the top of the surface.
So basically,
it's only speculation at this point.
Yeah, like the whole episode's really good, but basically it's kind of like, I really think about this allegory that not really an allegory, but kind of like a thing that's related to it from when I was much younger. It's like when stores like what do you call it? When independent stores would show up and start like selling like punk and goth merchandise, it's like, oh, it was really weird. And then you had chain stores like Spencer's and Hot Topic start doing that. Mm-hmm. And now you can buy fucking Rebellion at JCPenney. So at this point, is Rebellion even Rebellion?
Yeah, really.
Which is kind of what this thing was.
This whole episode's all about.
Yeah, it's kind of what it feels like. It's like, did you rebel, or are you just watching someone else pretend to for $1?
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing of like...
It's pretty sad. I mean, like, the whole start of the episode was depressing.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god, is this, like, life? I mean...
It reminds me of being younger whenever, like, what do you call it? Whenever reality TV first started becoming a thing, and, like... Mm-hmm. The alternative crowd and groups that I hung out with were like, reality TV is so stupid, and then immediately they were all watching shit like Jackass. And it's like,
seriously.
But that's also reality TV. Yeah.
Even though it's turned into a movie, it's still a reality. Yeah. It's still idiots.
It's the same basic premise. And it's like, I know there's going to be people who argue, it's like, oh, but it's different because... No, it's not different, though. It was on MTV just like all the others.
Yeah, it was on MTV as, like, a TV show, then they made a movie out of it.
Yeah, basically it was reality TV with the guise of Rebellion thrown over it for the sake of being slightly edgy to pander to a different crowd.
That, and they thought they were hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, like, some of the shit they did may or may not have been funny, and if you like it or not, that's up to you, but the point is you have to accept the fact that it was a marketing gag. Yeah. It was a marketing scheme, pure and simple, and we fell for it.
Yeah.
It didn't really change anything. It didn't create anything new, but reality TV never does, so that's kind of the point.
Well, it's like the same thing of taking, like, our favorite TV shows that was reality TV and, like, putting it out there and be like, oh, well, it's not the same as, a movie that we watch. And it's like, well, no, it was made right there on TV, but turned into a different medium, so it's not that much different than what we just watched.
It's just longer and uncensored.
Yeah.
So it's kind of what I think about when I see this, where it's like what was Rebellion became the norm, and now people are basically, like, at one point, one of the people that was in the room where they would all pedal on these bikes, this one kid buys a thing for his avatar where it's like a piece of glass where he, like, the avatar acts out like, oh, I'm gonna kill myself, like the guy, like Bing did.
The Bing.
Yeah, so it became a fucking prop. It became exactly what he said he hated.
Yeah.
So, it's like...
But at this point, it's like, why bother fighting?
Yeah, it's like, at that point, like, you're the only one trying to change it, and no one else wants to change it. Like, they won't get up to even do anything because they're so set in their own ways. Do you continue fighting, or do you just accept it and use it for all it's worth?
Yeah, and that's kind of the question of the day at the end of this episode, is that, is he going to keep fighting it, or is he just going to live off of it?
Yeah. And that's kind of the same thing that comes with this whole idea of, like, rebellious things, and like the ripped jeans and the anti-thing, t-shirts being sold in places like fucking Spencer's and Hot Topic that you can also find in, like, Target and JCPenney. It's just like, at this stage, nobody's actually going to rebel, so do you just enjoy the fashion, or are you going to pointlessly be angry about something you can't change?
Yeah, it's kind of like you know when you go to Spencer's, you're like, oh, this is new, this is different. You know, I never seen this before, and it's like, yeah, but then you go to Walmart and you see the same thing.
Yeah, so it's like it's the
It's
same
the norm.
Yeah, it's the same thing where it's just like, despite the fact that you have a store like Hot Topic that brands itself as being alternative and different and selling weird and strange merchandise, you still have to remember that when you walk in the door, the phrase "the Hot Topic Corporation" exists on stationery somewhere in that building.
Yeah.
It's a corporation. It's exactly the thing it says it doesn't want to be for.
Yeah.
So really, is it doing anything?
Yeah, exactly.
Or is it just painting a beautiful facade for something to cling to?
I think what it makes me laugh is that when it comes to Hot Topic, for example, like, they change so much to the point that they're like, we're edgy and we're goth and all this. Now they're all about, yeah, kids can come in here now and buy Disney stuff and all
they
this.
started pandering to the nostalgia crowd.
And they're like, oh, but we still have, like, metal music and all this stuff. And it's like, but you're just pandering to a generation.
Yeah, and it's different when you're younger because you think you understand it, but once you get older and actually start to see the strings, you're just like, oh, well, yeah, they're a business.
Yeah.
That's what businesses do.
And it's not going to bother us, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, but why would I want to go there when I can go to a different place that sells the same thing?
As much as I can say, like, you know, I love the weird collection of strange, like, memorabilia and stuff that I have.
Yeah.
I can't deny the fact that as much as I love my Gundam figures and statues and shit, they're still owned by Bandai.
Yeah.
Bandai's still a multi-million-dollar corporation.
Yeah, and it's gonna happen. I mean, you know, like, I like My Little Pony, for example, and, you know, they're owned by Hasbro, who also makes other toys and for other shows, but is it gonna stop me from getting My Little Pony? No, it's really not. But it's just, the question you have to ask yourself is, are you going to fight for your freedom over the corporation that is holding you down, or are you just going to let it take control of your life?
Well,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, a good parallel would be like the idea that there are people who argue between whether or not a Chevy vehicle is better than a GMC and vice versa. When Chevy is GMC.
Yeah, they're part of the same company.
Yeah, GMC is their parent company, so it's like, it doesn't really matter. It's like, okay, so the Camaro is faster than this GMC truck. It's like, yeah, but they're made in the same factory.
Yeah.
They're made by the same fucking machines. It doesn't matter, really.
Yeah,
it's just aesthetic at that point.
It really doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's
at
just
this point.
Basically, you just have to learn to go with the things you like.
Yeah. No matter what company it comes from, no matter where it comes from, you know, it just like what you like.
Yeah.
Don't fight it. I mean, you know, it's okay to
be you and express yourself the best way you can, and maybe someday something will happen, but I mean, sometimes you just have to accept that maybe you're just not the one to start the revolution.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what this episode was about. It was kind of like, it started with like a really, you know, it reached this fever pitch where you're like, he's going to change all this shit, but it's like, but change what? Nobody else was there.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I guess that is reality.
You can't change it alone. You have to have people that will back you up, that'll actually understand, oh my god, he's being realistic.
Yeah.
But since there was nobody understanding, they thought it was a gimmick.
Yeah, and it got sold as a marketing prop.
Yeah, so it's just kind of like his rebellious phase kind of went pointless.
Yeah.
So he just took what he could, which I can't blame him, I guess.
Yeah.
I can't blame him for taking what he could. It's like, you know,
reach your points where you can.
It's like, no one's backing me up, so I might as well just take it.
Yeah.
So
this was a really good episode.
Really good.
I'm
I
glad
actually like this one more.
yeah, I figured you like the first episode's good, but they get better as they go on.
I like this one better.
There's one that's coming up that you're gonna know when it is. You guys listening will know when it is too, because I'm gonna be really excited when it starts.
Yeah.
I have a few that are like my super favorite, and I can watch over and over. But yeah, this is this episode. So we're gonna watch the next one here in a minute. Yeah.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I hope I don't pass out.
I think we might do one more tonight.
Yeah.
They are long. Like, each one of these is about like an hour long. So.
Well, this is 15 million.
15 million Merrits, yes. Yeah. And this is episode 2, and this is episode. Episode. Ribbit. 15 million Merrits. Thank you, episode.
Second episode in Black Mirror.
Yes, but yeah, I mean, yeah, you can like, comment, subscribe.
Moonhorse has got a Patreon if you want to donate $1.
Yeah, that'd be
appreciative.
Cool.
And
it'll help us pay for our Netflix account so we can keep watching this shit.
And if you want to watch his channel, just make sure you click that bell. I mean, you'll get notifications when he pops up and uploads his videos.
Yeah, and you should, because I don't have like a regular schedule for when they come up once a day, but there's like, I mean, sometimes I don't get to them till kind of late. I have a weird life. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. I gotta get off the sofa again. Oh, you'd think I'm drunk. Thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you guys in the next episode. Okay, where's the stop button? There it is. Okay, goodbye.